Uh,
Now that you've had a peek into the Dreamiverse, there are some new options here in the main menu. You can peruse the community jams or take a look at your profile page.
hey, that may be it. Wait, where's bro?
Oh my god, I like notifications.
Oh,
Okay, see that bell?
yeah,
See
yeah.
that bell? Okay, that's your activity, and
Yes.
just so you know, that is what I alluded to earlier with the Astrobot stuff.
Here in What's New, you'll find all the very... a nice little spot to show everyone
yeah.
your best self.
Now you can
And a place for your fluffy, impy friend
see
to
yourself.
live. Make yourself comfortable.
Frig. I don't know. I'm just gonna go straight to... How do I edit this? Oh, it's down here. Like where my creations... My collaborations.
Yeah. You can go and check that out if you want to.
Wait, what?
You can go and check that out if you want to.
Wait, how can I edit this?
I don't know. Maybe it's not loading. Maybe if you access it through notifications, because in your notifications you can go ahead and see the creation from there. Like, you see that purple text there? You can actually click on that.
Oh, it's only on view. It's only on view.
Wait, what? It's only on view?
Unable to find file. Is this what? Look. As I try and press view, it says unable to find file. Are you sure you saved it online?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Versions and releases.
Let me double check. Let me double check this real quick.
Ah, there we go. So.
Oh wait, did you get it?
Yeah, so we got some. Whoa! This is. The sticks are way. Sticks are way off.
Wait. Sure, you got it. Okay, where's it? Got it.
Now there's a friggin' stamina bar for.
Just know I haven't tested this in VR yet. Wait,
Can I
so
make...
there's a stamina bar, yeah. So this is the newest version of this.
You know, if I ever had a USB microphone, I would just plug it into the PlayStation. I wonder if I can,
Huh. You're supposed to be able to edit the scene. But unfortunately, I think you need to finish up the dream stuff, the dream tutorials.
But then I'll crash again.
It's probably a one-time thing. Just don't do what you did last time.
Frey.
I should be able to skip the
Oh,
next
it's
step
back,
there,
yes!
actually.
Control. I've got some spec. Did you find that clue?
Yeah, I saw it.
Oh, yeah.
It was on the back of
It's back to normal. No more static.
Looks a bit like a rocket. I do love a cryptic message. Why don't you look around for any rocket-related goings-on?
Yeah, Mel's a cutscene, so...
Look over there. On that island in the distance.
Come on, I just
Those
wanna
shapes
move.
look a lot like the ones in the clue.
No moving for you.
Go on. Fly over there and check it out. That island is quite far away, though. A good opportunity to practice using the
Sorry, I
grab
learned how to
cam.
zoom.
Do you remember how to do
Yeah,
that?
the zip.
To use the grab cam,
Well,
just hover
that's the
your
zip
imp
move,
over
not the
an
grab
object
cam
you
move,
want to
so
go
you failed the
to,
course.
Then hold
Well,
R1.
I'm just still learning.
Your imp will grab onto
I
the
know.
object.
Plus the meta mono, so it's not that bad.
Now push up on the left stick to zoom forward.
Yeah, my camera's all crooked.
The further you push the left
Yeah,
stick,
don't worry, it'll correct
the
itself if you
faster
move with the
you'll
left
move.
stick.
Ah, there we go.
Once you reach the island, release R1 to stop using
Can't
the
say the
grab
same
cam.
in regular VR run though. Maybe.
Make sure you're looking right at the cylinder.
It's
and
killing
the
me.
My legs are killing me. Welcome to the club.
The grab cam is a powerful tool
think
for
again.
navigating scenes.
There we go.
In fact, it's so
What do you
powerful,
think you can do?
you could easily get lost in the scene if you accidentally grabbed the wrong object or zoomed out too far. but you can get back to where you started by using the camera bookmark. Just hover over the mode icon, then select the camera bookmark with X. If you need to re-watch any of the tutorial steps, you can. Use the skip buttons on the video player to move between tutorial steps. There's also a button to rewind 10 seconds if you miss something. Start the next step when you're ready to continue. Think back to the first clue. The cone was on top of the cylinder,
So does it live
right?
stream again after that, or?
In edit mode, you interact with everything using your imp.
Oh wait, yeah, you
The
did.
very tip of your imp's pointy part.
Lewis Philippine says he likes your vids.
See how there's an icon
Oh, hold
in a
on, hold
circle
on.
there?
I wasn't connected to
That
chat.
shows you what tool the imp is using.
Yeah, that's the skill issue.
Right
Why don't you
now,
enable
it's the
the
arrows
chat box
icon,
when you're
which means
live
the imp
streaming?
is using the
I
move
don't know.
tool.
Because you literally can. That's an option.
the default tool in edit mode.
Hey, thanks,
because
Lewis Phil.
editing a scene means moving things around a lot.
What am I, your secretary for live
Let's see
streaming
the
now?
imp in action. First, grab the cone. Hover over it with your imp and hold R2. Now your imp has the cone, use the controller's motion sensor function to move it around.
Oh.
Try to put it on top of the cylinder, just like in the clue.
Done.
Use the left stick to move the cone backwards and forwards.
I think I know.
Objects in scenes can intersect and overlap, so it doesn't have to be perfect. Get it
Resize.
roughly into place, and I'll show you how to refine it later. If the video player gets in your way, grab and move it with your imp using R2.
See, I got
You
it.
can
Look.
even minimize the video and play
I see
along
it.
with audio only. Or maximize it to watch in Instructions View. In Instructions View, you also get a
And it's
step-by-step
been a while
guide
since
for
I've
the
played
video.
this segment.
When you've got the cone in place, you're ready for the next step. Now, that looks pretty good, at least from this angle. Creating scenes
Yeah, but
in
mine looks even
three-dimensional
way much
space
more
means that
lit.
you should always look at your creations from different angles.
Like frig, I
The
know.
easiest way to do that is with the grab cam. Instead of moving the objects you grab cam moves your point of view around them. Try it out on the cone. Hover over it, then press and hold R1.
Why did it say hold R1?
Pushing the left and right sticks moves your
I
point
never
of view
get
around the cone.
Press and
Easy.
hold. Like, it makes it feel like I should tap the button and then I
Now
hold
you can
it.
get a proper look at it. Check that the cone is
You know,
on
like-
straight.
Tap, let go, and then hold it
Unlike
again.
mine.
Like, that's always the impression I got when I was little.
Let go of R1
Like, I don't
to
get
stop
press and
using
hold. Why
the
don't you just
grab
tell us
cam.
to just hold R1?
And use R2 to make any adjustments you
Wait
need.
until the visual scripting system just comes up.
Here's a little
Alright,
secret
and then
called
hold on.
nudge.
Don't worry.
If you don't press
It's not
R2 all the way
complicated.
down, but just
It's
hold it lightly,
Easy.
you can move the cone slowly.
Hold on,
giving
hold
you
on, hold on.
finer control.
Give me a minute. Okay, so there we go. I got it paused. Okay, so basically this is your average Dreams edit mode. And then the Dreams visual scripting system gets introduced. Domain expansion.
Okay, I promise you, it's not gonna be like that.
Wait, what?
If you need a reminder of the controls at any time,
spoilers!
select the mode icon in the corner
Oh
of the
no!
Wait, oh wait, no, you're in
This
play mode.
menu
You're in play
shows you
mode.
the mode you're
Oh,
You're not supposed to be in play
in,
mode. You're
the
gotta be in
tool
edit
you're
mode.
using, and a list of controls.
oh frick! Did I
Select
just?
the button again to hide the
Don't
controls.
worry, remember the bookmark technique. You got this.
Okay.
Once you're happy the cone is straight,
Ah, fine.
you can move
There we
on
go.
to the next step.
Okay. Okay, don't worry. Dreams doesn't even have a visual scripting
Hey,
thing. It's
look
just
at that.
logic gates.
Another clue.
Well, it says
It's
gadgets.
a molecule.
Yeah, but they're
Medium
called
I
logic
molecule.
know
gates.
because I put it there. Just play along with me.
It's medium molecule.
Why don't you look around with the right stick and see if you can find another molecule?
Found it.
There's one. Over there by that island. You're hot on the trail. But before you go zooming over there with the grab cam, there's an even faster way to zip around scenes.
Pretty sure he already figured it
Hover
out.
your imp
Mr.
over
Monitor
that
Man.
orange cube in the
I know
distance.
how to do this. Just press.
Now hold L1 and then press
I am-
R1.
I am
grab
8
cam
parallel
button. You don't
universes
have to
ahead
hold
of
it
you.
Or use the stick this time.
8 parallel universes ahead of you. Just like Mario.
Told you it was quicker.
I'm sure that was the quote on
L1
that
is a very
one
special button.
meme.
You know the way that on a computer keyboard, holding down Shift changes what some keys do? Well, in Dreams, holding down L1 changes what the other buttons do. For example, holding L1 while using the left stick
let me look at the
makes you
exact
go
quote.
up and down.
Oh, I am 4
instead of
parallel
forwards
universes
and
ahead of you.
backwards.
Okay, that's the
not
quote.
all it can do, though. You'll learn lots of L1 shortcuts as you play through the tutorials.
Do you know that meme?
how
I
to
am
move
4
around
parallel universes
quickly,
ahead of you.
See if you can
Yeah.
find the next clue somewhere on this
Oh,
island.
okay, just making sure. I was gonna send you like.
Remember to use
mean,
the
we
grab
did it.
cam to look around the whole island. Once you've found the clue,
But yeah, you are
can move
4
on.
parallel universes ahead of this guy.
Oh.
Did you find
It's
the next
garbage.
clue? It was on the back of the orange cube.
Triangle,
What
I
on
guess.
earth could it mean? If I had eyes,
Yeah, you
I
don't
would
know that.
wink at you right now. I can't see any other green trash cans
Just
around.
press triangle.
Unless, of course, the trash can is the icon for the delete tool. I'm so devious.
As soon as it says
That must mean
triangle.
you need to delete the orange cube.
Like this?
Here's a reminder of how to delete things in edit mode.
Okay.
Just so you know, there was more stuff to it. Like, you can undo and redo at any time by using the left and right D-pad buttons. Just so you know. So if you didn't mean to delete, you can just boop
Yeah.
and bring it back.
Redo, undo, and redo.
Yeah, there's also something to do with the, you know,
Delete things.
the
Gone.
ball too. Just so you know.
These tools are powerful. Delete the orange
Just in
sphere
case.
next.
Oh, wait. The orange? Alright.
If you change your mind or delete the wrong thing, you can press undo, which is the left directional button. And if you want to redo, just press the right directional button. You can undo and redo pretty much anything, not just deletions.
Yeah, it's the thermometer.
Oh, look, there was a clue hidden in the cube. An arrow. Perhaps there's another one like it nearby. Look around with the right stick and see if you can spot it.
Hey, I found it. It's right here.
Once you've found it, you can move on to the next. That was
It's a
my
speed hunter
final
over here.
clue telling you where to go. The island right above us. I know you're an expert in moving around with the left and right stick now, but let's practice strafing up and down with the left stick.
Ah,
Remember,
there we go.
holding L1 modifies what the buttons do, like shift on a
Pretty
computer
cool, huh?
Uh,
keyboard.
Yeah. So,
Normally, the left
basically,
stick moves you backwards and forwards in the direction
so-
you're facing.
So, basic
But if you
left
hold
stick
L1 at the same time,
moves you
the left stick
horizontally,
will make you
and
move
then
up and down
L1
instead.
plus left stick moves
Try
you
getting up to the last
so
island using
hor-
this technique.
so vertically, horizontally.
Position
Yeah,
yourself so
basically
you're
the left
looking
stick
at the
moves
orange
you in the
arrow, which is
Z-axis,
pointing
but
up.
the L1 and left stick moves you in the Y-axis.
Now hold L1 and
Basically.
push up on the left
Wait,
stick.
did you forget something? It's also
We
the
have
X,
liftoff.
the X-axis
know.
as well.
The-
X.
Keep
the
pushing the left
X-axis
stick
is a
until
myth.
you reach the island.
I mean,
X is a myth.
I am learning the Cartesian plane.
When you're ready, move on to the next step.
We have another person here. We appreciate you for joining.
Right, here's the puppet I reserved for you.
Oh yeah, right.
Let's call her Connie. Because she looks
Connie,
like a
because she looks
cone.
like a cone.
We need to help Connie walk through the door to complete this tutorial. To do that, we're going to have to switch over to play mode. Remember, right now you're in edit mode. This is where you create and edit your scenes. In play mode,
You don't
you
even
can experience the scene just like a player would if they found it in the Dreamiverse. You
Move
can't
that
make
cone,
any
my dude.
changes in play mode, but you can take control of characters and try out what you've made.
I can't wait to see you
Switch over to
stressed
play
out
mode
about the
now.
logic system
Just
in
press
this
the
game.
Just press the option button on your
Choose
controller.
button on your
Yep.
controller. Hover over the controller icon with your imp, then press X to select it.
Man, what a cheat. He's
To
allowed to
control a
talk
puppet
while
in
it's
a
paused,
scene,
but we can't
you
you
need
know,
to
talk while
possess
it's
it
paused.
with
Access it
R2.
R2.
Try that now.
I'm really hoping to get into Dreams because then
She's
I
full
could
of
use,
beans,
team
isn't
up
she?
with you
I picked
on
her
projects.
just for you.
I
Walk
can't
her
wait to
around
make
a
my
bit,
own
then
puppet.
take her through the door to
Yeah, I
finish
know.
this tutorial.
Jokes aside, though, I'm really hoping to get to Dreams.
Looks
It's
like
really
the
fun.
door's too high. There's more to Connie than meets the eye, though. She might be able to reach it if you make her jump by pressing X.
Of course. Jump, jump, jump.
Oops. I remember now. I always forget to put the steps in. Better head back into edit mode.
Let me guess.
To
Sculpt
switch
mode.
back to edit
No. Not yet.
There.
mode, just press options again, then select the pencil
Alright, just
icon.
listen to what the guys tell you.
I see it. I see
You
it.
see those stairs on the island below us?
Oh.
Those might come in handy now, so strafe down to them with L1 and the left stick.
He really wants to
And
strafe,
boop,
doesn't he? Doesn't he?
If you've deleted the stairs, you can use undo by pressing the left directional button.
Hang on, wait. What was
Just
that track
keep
name
pressing
again?
it until the stairs come back.
You know what that reminded me of?
Okay, press and hold R2 to grab them.
Boom.
Now, without letting go, hold L1 and use the left stick to strafe back up to Connie.
What was that?
Then roller icon, possess. Okay, I think we can get Connie.
Okay, that's it.
What was that? Give me a minute.
Oh. Oh, and I'm back.
Okay, I can't find it, but...
Can I?
okay. I wonder if I can go to edit mode now, I wonder.
Ah, yes, my imp
This
quest.
is where my imp keeps track of all the imp quests you've completed, and the ones you've still to try. If you're ever
maybe you
short
should
of something
try
to
out
do, just come here.
The workshop
Or
next.
visit my imp in your home space.
Which is basically the Dreams equivalent of teaching you how to design games. You know, that's, you know, the whole shebang there in the workshop thing.
Hold on. I gotta show you one of my friend.
Sure.
So.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe I'll play it for myself. Because I still have Dreams open, by the way. I can just set this screen share aside.
He is not here, but he is in my subscription. There he is. View
That
channel,
makes sense.
videos, dreams.
Okay.
Got it. Alright, zoom in on that stuff. Okay. So without any capitals. So, Saint T _ the gamer.
Santi the Gamer.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. He's... Alright,
Okay.
let's see what he's got in store for us. Photos, write a comment.
Nothing.
Imp.
Absolutely nothing. Yeah, it doesn't have any creations on his profile yet.
Yeah, I seen him play a couple of things. Okay.
That's fine.
Oh yeah, hold on. What else do we have here?
What are you looking at? Just your imp quests?
6 streamer profiles.
Are we really gonna prioritize doing these quests?
I'm trying to get to level 5 to edit.
I mean, that's not. No, that's just your passion.
Wait. Oh! Yes, sir!
Okay.
Okay, now we got some stuff here.
So.
Oh! Okay, hold on.
You can actually change that slider if you scope in. No, you don't
Okay,
have to do that 'cause
so-
it's a tutorial.
Okay, so exactly how I imagined. As soon as I saw that thing, my mind just went like.
Yeah, but this is an already completed scene, and you haven't completed a single tutorial yet.
I'm sure
Is
I
your
know how to do it.
Is your brain exploding yet?
Here, hold on. Let me try and make my own. Just from scratch, friggin' scratch.
You don't know how to do anything yet, though. That's the issue.
In a moment, you'll be
Oh, come on,
creating
it'll
and
just be like
editing
Unity.
scenes in edit mode.
Who knows? Maybe it'll just be like
Scenes are
circuits.
like levels in a
I had
game,
no idea it had
or
circuits at first.
scenes in a movie. They're made
Okay.
up of elements.
Bet.
Elements are like props, sets, music.
Elements are
effects,
props, set,
and
music, effects,
characters.
characters,
Anything
anything.
that you can build inside
It's
a
awesome.
scene and save
Yeah.
to the Dreamiverse. Scenes are connected together to form dreams. And these dreams can be found when you go dream surfing.
Yes.
Yes, I am aware that I do know what to do. Freaking start fresh. Start fresh. Start fresh.
Welcome to edit mode. This is a fresh scene full of potential, where you can build anything you can imagine. Before you go wild with the power
yet.
of dream shaping, let's just do a very quick imp quest to get you off on the right foot.
Quick start. There's one right here.
Yeah, there's the quick start collection you can use.
Let me just let me just do something real quick and just
So get your Astrobot fetish in, huh?
Oh my god. So I'm gonna do something like 2 models, so like one of this model and another of this model or something.
Alright.
Who knows? I've been looking through dreams.me a lot.
Oh, yeah. Dreams.me? In dreams.me, yeah.
Yeah, in dreams.me.
Yeah. Trademarked, huh? What are you, the owner of Astrobot?
32. Oh, there's friggin' ooh. And I think I gotta
Well, you wanted to? You got to.
circle button. And I can move with this real line. Go and then strafe.
Honestly, you really should have started with the workshop. Just to dip your toes in the whole thing before you did anything,
It's
really.
friggin' circuits. Nah, I don't think I'll use this one.
Yeah, it looks fuggly.
Yeah.
Remember to press square to open up this semi-menu.
Oh,
again.
yeah. There we go. So, let's see. Any good heads out there that looks just like our profile pictures?
You could sort of buy most thumbs ups to get a idea of who the best Astro is.
Most thumbs up. No. No. No, no, no. No, that's... This one looks...
Honestly, in Dreams, you kind of have to take it or leave it.
Eh. Let's see. This might take a while. Or imagine if I had
It
to
might.
sculpt one.
Bigger scampy users, dude.
Okay, well, where is that one model? Okay.
Wait, you mean the one that I used for my game back then?
No, not that one. This one!
Yeah, not the other one.
Holy what?
What? It's just a
Eh,
model.
Did you see how much heat it took up?
Yeah.
64 based on graphics memory. Just what? Okay. So
It's a very detailed model. It's a
it's-
very high quality picture.
I mean, I don't need the head, and I don't need all of these.
Why don't you need it? Wait, are you gonna make
Dude.
a first person model based on that? You totally are, aren't you? On the Quick Start collection says. Quick Start collection added your scene.
Just
Ask.
yeah.
Nightmare Fuel when you first go in. I don't think that's the Quick Start collection, but okay.
You sure? It says Quick Start Collection right here.
That's the Get Inspired section.
I don't know. I'm just so used
That's...
to friggin' Rec Room. I love Rec Room. Once I get used to Rec Room, it'll never ever go away. I mean, Vector 3 create, set position, get local player username.
We don't have any of those here. We do have trigger zones and gates, cameras, you know, stuff like that to make actual games.
There is no next step.
Yeah, because you didn't collect the character from the Quick Start collection. Look, you never went into the Quick Start collection at all.
I mean,
Okay,
it's
go
my
to the search. You go to the search icon. You see the Quick Start collection?
Yes.
There it is. Just no, scroll up. Scroll up. You're not in the Quick Start collection. Scroll up. Up. Click on that. Click on it. Click on it. Click on it. Click on it. Good boy. Now you're in the Quick Start collection.
Just waking up in the morning, gotta thank God.
By the way, the Shadow Puppet is your player, by the way. Okay, now stamp it in and complete the quest. Woo! Play mode.
In possession. Good.
Quick save options menu.
I'm just gonna casually make a friggin' Astrobot game. I mean,
Yeah.
only thing now is
Honestly,
just to delete most of the stuff. But let's see, tools, move, stretch, clone. Okay, so we got stretch, which will help with the little body here. Clone, tweak, delete, hide.
I'm pretty sure that's not what you're thinking of. Just saying. I don't think it's gonna do what you want it to do.
I gotta take a look at some of your streams to see how you even do this stuff.
Go to the workshop. You'll find out.
Hold on, I think I could just pull it off if it just like when you zoom into the. Oh, I think I see it. I see it. I see what you're doing.
I only ever work on Sonic games, so good luck with that.
Maybe it was X. Maybe it was X. Maybe just to like. Or maybe. Hmm. Feel free to carry on experimenting.
You're ready to move on. Save your work using quick save in the options menu.
Yeah, quick save in the options menu. How do you even do it? Let's zoom in on your little imp. Close menu. I think I see what you're doing there.
What video are you watching exactly?
Your stream. Watch me build an Astro Bot game again.
That was like from years ago, dude. That's like outdated to what I do now.
Just it might need.
Honestly, your best bet is to go to the workshop and figure it out from there.
I'll just do it anyways.
An element is basically like a
Yeah, I'll save it as a scene.
freaking like a scene would mean it's like an actual video game level. And an element would mean it's like a character you can plop into any scene.
And this controller. Alright, and we're
If you
done.
click not sure, it won't be, required or anything. Alright, I would highly recommend checking out the workshop just so it can teach you more about the edit mode menu. Because Start Dreaming never really showed you how to do anything in the Simply menu. So I think you should try some tutorials! Or not.
Do.
There you go. Tutorials, the Dreams Workshop VR.
Welcome to the Dreams Workshop. Have a browse
So
of the
you should
tutorials,
start with,
masterclasses, and how-to videos we've got here.
I think it's, I don't know.
If you're new to dream
Scroll down a little
shaping,
bit.
maybe try the Start Dreaming tutorials first. They'll get you up to speed with all the basics
Yeah,
of
the Start
dream
Dreaming
shaping.
tutorials.
This one?
Maybe. No, not that one. It's called. I think it's called Start Dreaming. Oh, a non-VR content isn't being shown. It says. I think I'm
Oh, only including non-VR friendly content.
Okay,
so
you should definitely change that. You need to change that to access all the tutorials here.
Ah.
So you see that at the top button? Click that off.
Ah, there we go.
There you go. Start Dreaming. 2 out of 4. This is how you'll learn to make games.
Now you've got the hang of moving things around in edit mode, it's time to master manipulating objects. Just as well, because Connie's friend Cuthbert fell asleep in the Dreamiverse.
But it's gonna be worth it. This is how you learn.
Yes, he's a cube with legs. Connie didn't choose her friends. I did. So, we need to fix these platforms if she's gonna reach the flag and get to Cuthbert. Before we start, you can switch to play mode to see how a player would experience this scene.
Just press options and then go to here.
You'll always need to test things out in play mode while dream shaping, so it's a good habit to get into. Press the options button, then select play mode with X. Its icon looks like a controller.
Honestly, if you learn Rec Room, you'll build
Once you're in play mode, take control of Connie with R2, and we'll see how far she can go. Start by jumping over to the first platform. Oh dear. Looks like it's too far for Connie. Move that first platform closer. To do that, head back into edit mode.
And then I guess we should just
open the options menu and select the button with the pencil icon.
Where's my thing drifting?
Once you're in edit mode, move on to the next step.
That's all it is, drifting.
We have to do something about these platforms if Connie's gonna reach the other side.
So it's gonna start slow.
First,
but just
let's
to make
get a
sure
good
you
look
got the
at
grasp on moving
Move
objects.
your view side onto Connie
Because you're gonna be
and the
doing a lot
first
of that
platform.
when you're making games because of level design.
Don't forget, you can hold L1 while using the left
You'll
stick
get the
to
logic
strafe
soon.
up and down.
But first, we gotta crawl before we can walk,
See
right?
the dotted outlines?
Yeah.
That's where the
I'm just
platforms
hoping
should
you're
be.
not gonna get too bored while
So
doing
let's
this.
put
But
them in
trust me,
place
we're gonna
with
get to the good
move
stuff.
tool. The imp has this equipped by default. To move things, hover the
Wait, hold
tip
on,
of
I
your
think I
imp
know what to
over
do.
them, and press and hold R2.
I know what do you know how to do.
So,
Move it where you want it, and release R2.
and
Try it now with the first movable platform. Grab it with R2, slide it over so it lines up with the pink outlines, and release R2. You can get a slower, more precise movement using nudge. To nudge an object, just hold R2 softly. The imp will go all stretchy, allowing you to move the object with more precision. Use the left stick to move the platform backwards, forwards, left and right.
Nudge mode. It's actually hella useful.
And if you need to try again, just undo your action by pressing the left directional button.
Look at you, you're a pro.
Yay.
When the platform is in the right spot,
you could cheat and make
ready for the
a
next
bridge.
step.
You can just walk over using these 3 blocks. Or hell, maybe one of the blocks if you resize them up enough.
Heck, I don't even need tutorial. Dang, why is my imp drifting? My imp shouldn't be drifting.
I don't know why it's drifting. It's not based off your camera. It's actually based off the motion sensor for this one, so I'm not sure why it's drifting off this.
I think I could just disconnect and then reconnect my controller. I think that should work.
What do you think? Okay. You back?
Hopefully? I am back.
Yeah, we don't need no stick tutorial. We got this. Ooh. Pathetic. Alright, so again. Ooh.
Just freaking.
You did it, except we might need the tutorial after all.
Who knows?
Now that the first options menu...
First gap. Second gap. Second.
Reline the second platform.
Now the only thing separating Connie from Cuthbert... Hurrah! Connie and Cuthbert have been reunited. But now they need to find a way out before Cuthbert falls asleep again. So let's learn how to find a door in the Dreamiverse.
Let me guess, a doorway. Or... never mind.
Go to the assembly menu, which is the row of buttons at the top of the screen.
You hover over an option for
the assembly menu disappears when you're busy working on a scene, to make sure it doesn't get in the way. So if you can't see it, just press square to open it. Here you'll find all the assembly tools, modes, and gadgets. If you ever wonder what a button does, just hover over it for a few seconds to see more info. This menu is also where the search button lives. It's the one with the magnifying glass.
Let me guess, you're gonna have to make me search
Select
for it.
it now with X.
Just, I gotta move it with this.
The search button takes you to the Dreamiverse, where you'll find all the things created by dreamers from around the world. But for this tutorial, I've made a collection of elements for you to use in this scene. Let's see if we can find a door in the Start Dreaming collection. Select it with X now. You should know this isn't just any door, it's a very special one. It has some animation and logic built into it, so it will magically open when Connie goes near it. Now that it's on your imp, you can scale it with the up and down directional buttons, or rotate it with L2, or the touchpad. See the outline at the top of the final platform? That's where the door needs to go. Use R2 or X to stamp it into place. Notice how your imp still has a door attached even after you've stamped it down? That's what happens with elements from the Dreamiverse.
Just press circle.
That way, you can place as many as you need in a scene. We only need one door in this scene, though. So you can remove the door element from your imp by pressing the circle
button. I love how
the circle button removes whatever tool, gadget, or element your imp has equipped, replacing it with the move tool.
Move tool is Giga Chad.
Okay, I think we're done here. Nice work completing the scene. All that's left now is to switch to play mode and walk Connie straight through the door to end this tutorial.
There we go.
Elevator. Okay.
And we are back.
Oh,
Hello.
look at you. This is your
Hello.
aura.
Ah,
Your creativity
I
grows and
know.
evolves.
It's gonna
Your
tell
aura
me
will
what's it
change
gonna
to
be.
reflect
Am
your
I a
activities.
designer? Am I a
You
player?
can become
Am I an
a
animator?
specialist at one aspect of
No, you're not.
dreams,
I'm
or
gonna tell you
dabble
right now,
in
you're not
every
an animator.
area as you like. It can
Well,
also
I
help
am.
others
I'm
find
an
you,
animator.
so you can combine your
Well, I'm
talents
more of a
and
logic
make something
person.
amazing together.
Well, that's great. I could use my little Oscar. Yeah. All right. Let's see what you are. You are.
I am a
Play.
basically.
All right. So, what do you say we continue on with the tutorials?
Sure, of course.
Of course, yes. Just go to dream shaping, start dreaming. Down there with the little squirrely squirrel. There. See, see that text? Yellow text that says "I want you." ... That's where you need to go. It's down there, yeah. No, not that one. The other one. Sorry. Yeah, that one. The squirrel.
So,
There we go.
you want to learn the ropes of dream shaping, but you
Of course.
don't know where the tools are on the shelf, or how to use that intriguing gadget. Or you want to know what that strange contraption over there does. Dream crafters, assist us.
Yes.
Ah, hello, architect. Hello, engineer.
Hello, Queenie.
Why are we squirrels?
Just a temporary physical form for you. I like it. It's cute.
Well, thank you. It's better than the last one.
Yeah, at least there are no tentacles this time.
Now, show this dream shaper how to unleash their creative powers.
Done! Follow me, Dreamer. Oh, it's so exciting that you're here. I have been really looking forward to this.
There's so much to show you. Gameplay, animation, art.
It's basically like Rec Room.
What's possible.
Ah! Rec Room,
But
baby.
better.
Yeah, way much more
He
better.
does
More
exactly what
creative
I
control.
do, but better. I try to make a Sonic game in Rec Room. You can't. Okay, it's already turned off. Don't worry. So we can now start dreaming. Create a fort. Get that.
Now
we
you
know.
know how to grab, rotate, and scale objects. It's time I showed you how to clone things. Cuthbert has managed to get himself stuck again. Luckily,
This is
I've
literally
set up
just
this scene
making
so
a
that we can
fucking
use
frog.
the clone tool to rescue him. With this tool, you can make exact copies of anything in the scene. This makes it one of the
That's one way to
most
do it.
useful tools in a Dream Shaper's toolbox. You'll also get a chance to practice with all the other tools that you've learned so far. If we get Connie off this platform, maybe she'll help us out. Let's use the clone tool on the stick imp more till you're and rotate it with L2 buttons. Or you
By
can
the way,
create floating
instead of
blocks for
clicking
Connie
on
to jump
on the clone tool in the modes
All-
menu, while you have the move
Getting
tool on,
Connie
you can
to that
actually just
third
hold
platform looks
L1
easy
and
enough.
R2 to clone something.
There's half a bridge between them, so we
I
can just
prefer that
clone this
shortcut.
block to finish it off.
And then.
Okay, hold L1 and grab the block with R2
Hey,
to
he's
clone it.
running!
Go of L1 to stop clone, rotate, and flip the button. Press mode. You're ready. Okay, Connie, we've almost made it to the door. Ah, but she needs to go across and up now. Good thing you already know how to make clones because we're gonna need them.
Honestly, easy
So
peasy
hold
lemon.
L1 and grab the
four
block with
parallel
R2
universes
to
ahead of
clone
you.
Wait, oh, that was actually a useful thing to do, actually.
Though, this is where you become a cloning expert. Without letting go of the first clone, press the right directional button to create a second one. And, you guessed it, another press will create the... Let's give it a go. Hover over the block again, hold L1 and press and hold R2.
So that's even more faster.
Release L1 once you've made the clone.
Yeah, but it's still in the
And
clone
move the
tool, so it
block
doesn't
up
even
and
matter.
along.
Just saying,
Don't
not
put
in the
it
move
down yet though. This is where you become a cloning expert. Without letting go of the first clone, press the right directional button to create a second one.
So it's...
And,
So,
you
like...
guessed it, another press will create a third one. In fact, you can just keep pressing right to create more and more clones in a sequence.
So...
And if you make too many, no problem.
Okay.
Just
Right
So,
directional
release
button.
L1 once you've made the clone.
The right directional button, yes.
And move the block up and
Don't,
along.
yeah, don't worry about that one.
Don't put it down yet, though.
Grab it.
This is where
and
you
use
become
the right
a cloning
D-pad.
expert.
Right on the
Without
D-pad.
Without
letting go of
the first
without
clone,
letting go
press
of
the right
R2,
directional
by the
button
way.
to create a second one.
Oh, wait, maybe it's because
And,
you're in the
you
clone
guessed it,
tool.
Another
Press
press
circle
will
to exit
create
the
a
tool
third
before you do
one.
this.
In fact,
Oh.
There we
you can just keep pressing right to create
Okay,
more
maybe that
and
was
more
it.
clones in a
Alright, try it one more
sequence.
time.
Button to create a second one.
What? Things
Try
are...
one more time. Don't select that. Don't select that. You don't need that one. Okay. You don't need the clone tool. The move tool can also clone things, so don't worry. Okay, while on the clone tool, okay, while on the move tool, I mean, hold L1 and then hold press R2, and that's okay. Now, okay, we'll work on that one later, I suppose. I guess for now, just make the bridge your way.
Hold on.
But the clone tool, the duplicate, the add more clones function is actually very
Let's
useful.
give it a go.
But you don't need
Hover
to know
over
it.
the block
Well,
again,
let's take a look
hold
at it
L1
again.
and press and hold R2.
L1.
Release L1
Without
once
letting
you've
go
made
of
the
it.
clone. And move the block up and along.
Okay. So let
Don't
go of
put it down yet,
L1, but
This
not
is where you
R2,
become a cloning
and you
expert.
should have the option to add clones.
Without letting go of the first clone,
Alright, stop
press
holding
the
L1.
right directional
and now-
button to create a second one.
Oh!
And, you guessed it, another press will create a
Let's
third one.
go!
In
I done
fact,
it.
Did it.
you can just keep pressing
did
right to
it.
create more and more clones in a sequence. And if you make too many, no problem. Just press the left directional button to remove any clones you don't want. As you can see, all the clones are spaced evenly, and you can move the whole sequence by simply moving the clone that's on your imp. If you move the clone up, you can create a staircase. As always, put it down by releasing R2. Once the clones are in place, they won't be in a sequence anymore. You'll have to edit each block individually. See the dotted line around them? That's a selection.
Ah,
When
so
you
that's...
put repeat clones down, they're always selected automatically. That means you can move them as a group. If you only want to move one block, you can deselect the group by pressing circle. If you want to find out more, there's a whole
Pretty cool, huh?
tutorial on selecting and
course.
grouping objects. Move on to the next
Great,
step
great.
when you're ready.
I hope you're having fun with this.
Let's get back to the staircase. It's looking pretty good, but I have one more thing to show you before you move on. Let's get rid of all the clones we've made by pressing the left directional button a few times. You'll notice all the repeated clones are undone together. Now hover over the first block, hold L1, then grab it to create a new clone. Remember to release L1 once you've made the clone, otherwise the next bit won't work. This time, move the block where you want the last step of the staircase to be. There, right in front of the door.
Okay, I was gonna bring that up.
Don't
but
let
the
go
guy's
of
doing it for
R2
me.
yet, though. Instead, press the left directional button and... Look at that! You've created a sequence of clones between your imp and the original block. You can keep pressing left to create more steps, or right to remove them. Once you're happy with your staircase, let go
Anyone
of
in
R2
chat-
to place it in
Hold
the
on.
scene.
Anyone in chat? Anyone in chat?
You
I
can
don't
create
know.
No one yet.
incredible shapes with repeat cloning. So feel free to experiment.
No one in
How
chat
you
yet,
position the first
sadly, except for
clone
me.
will
I'm
affect
your
all the
one and
repeated
only
clones.
friend.
Rotating the clones, for example, will let you build ramps and spirals. And if you scale the clone with the up button, you can create a sequence that increases in size. So try different approaches and see what you
I
can
got a
come up
boner over this.
If the path is clear for Connie, switch over to play mode to test the scene. Get Connie to the final platform, then get her to open the door for Cuthbert.
Yeah,
Wait.
see, lots of things
If
don't
you
know.
feel like you've mastered cloning and flipping, walk Connie through the door to complete the tutorial. Good work.
Can you beat dreams without jumping? Yes, you can. Alright, next tutorial, let's do it!
Next tutorial, baby. Saving tutorial progress.
You know, I love how you're committed to being in VR even though you literally can't be in VR.
And finally,
Alright, this is the final
Welcome
tutorial,
to part
non-logic
4 of our
based, I
Start
believe.
Dreaming tutorials. Ah,
Next,
I see Cuthbert
I
has
want to
managed
start
to
on the
get himself
logic
in a
tutorials.
pickle again. Connie, how do you put up with him? What a spanner. But with
Alright,
Connie's help,
what a terrible,
we
what
can
a terrible
rescue
friend he
him.
is.
This time around, I'll
Do a
show
quick
you how
one.
to select and group your creations and how to scope in and out of groups.
oh, so that's what you did, scope in and scope
Luckily,
out.
someone left behind a block
Yeah.
for us to use.
I bet-
Remember how to repeat clone blocks to create a bridge? Well, let's do that again. Move your view side on to the block and the gap. Hold L1, then grab the block with R2. Move it with the motion sensor function to create a clone. Just like last time, let go of L1 while still holding R2.
It feels good to teach,
Then
to
press the
be watching a
directional
newbie learn
buttons to make
dreams.
more clones.
And who actually knows what he's doing.
Yeah, we done that part.
If you rotate
Yeah, we
the
did.
first block a little before you clone it, you can make an arch. Use L2 to make the first block angle up slightly, then make the clone angle down. Press the left directional button to repeat clone, and the clones will line up to
so
make an arch.
rotate
Amazing, right?
and
Let's quickly test that in play mode.
Fun facts, by the way, you can also just
Looks
rotate
great.
by tilting
Switch
your
back to edit
controller
mode,
when
rewind
you
time,
grab an
and go
object.
to the next step of the tutorial.
You know, instead of using L2 and the analog sticks, you can just do that.
Right. And
Now,
then just be
add the clones.
booyah.
Booyakasha.
Now, you probably noticed that all the blocks, the original as well as its clones, were selected automatically after cloning. You can tell when things are selected because they have an animated dashed outline. But after we switched between play and edit modes, everything was deselected.
And you could deselect it with
So let's select
circle.
them again. All you have to do is hover your imp over one of the blocks and press X. There's the outline again. Now do the same to the rest until the whole bridge is selected.
Yeah, you also like drag select here, which is pretty useful.
Can
And
you see how
there's
each
another
block
fun
has
fact.
its
You
own
can actually do
outline
the same
with
to
a double
deselect.
line where they meet?
You know, by trying to select it again.
That's because they're
it's
still
selected.
individual elements.
Useful.
You can deselect them one at a time with X, but it's much quicker if you deselect them all at once with circle. Give it a try. There's also a faster way of selecting
Oh, there it is.
multiple objects. Just select
Imagine
one
that
as before,
the tutorial is
but
going
this
so
time
slow,
keep
you figure
X
things
held
out before
down.
it tells you to do it.
Now move your imp to select the others.
I bet
Make
it's
them as
gonna...
if they were one object. For example, if all the blocks are selected, you can clone the bridge sideways to create a double bridge. Plenty of room for Connie to cross it without falling off the edge. Try it in play mode. Once Connie is across the gap, go back to edit mode and move on to the next step.
Triple-decker bridge.
Triple-decker bridge. Just triple-decker.
Honestly, it looks like a scaly
You know,
bridge.
This bridge would be really useful to help Connie cross to the next platform. Use X to select all the blocks again. If we're going to use this bridge a lot, we can make it into a group. That way, it will behave like a single element and you won't have to keep selecting all the blocks. Have you noticed the menu at the side of the screen? It appears when you have one or more objects selected. That's the context menu. The options it gives you will depend on the situation you're in.
Yeah.
In this case, all the buttons relate to selected objects. Look for the plus sign. That's the icon for the group button. The number next to it tells you how many objects you've selected. You can use this button now to turn all of those blocks into a group. There we go. The bridge is now a single element. You can tell because it has one outline around it instead of one around each block. And if you look over at the context menu, you'll see the group button now says ungroup. Use it if you want to break a group up. But we still need it to help Connie. So let's clone this bridge and place it between the second and third platforms.
I'm sorry, what?
Just like before, hold L1 and grab the bridge with R2 to clone it.
I'm not sure how good
As always,
are, but
remember to let go of L1.
Unless I can move that. I don't know.
Like, y'all know it's my first time playing Dreams, so...
We don't need to test the bridge to see that it's not going to get Connie to the third platform. But don't worry, we'll fix that in the next step when you're ready to move on.
Okay.
Like, do you think, honestly, Dreams is really worth it?
Yes. Like, sure, Rec Room has, like, its player base and all, but Dreams, you can make, like, hours-long single-player campaigns.
The next platform.
Like, it's that powerful. It's such a beefy
opportunity
tool.
to learn
It's
a
simple
new
to
technique,
understand, yet it's so incredibly hard to master.
Scoping in means you can jump into a group and edit the contents individually without having to ungroup it first.
Yeah,
and
so
since
that's...
you can only edit things inside the group, you don't have to worry about messing up anything outside it. Let's give it a try now. Select the bridge with X if it isn't already selected.
I have done it! I am so smart! I am so smart!
Notice that it's showing you a shortcut for it.
L1 and X.
So hover over the bridge group, hold L1 and press X. Now you're scoped in. We can now edit all the parts as if it wasn't a group.
So that's how you do it.
If you want to really focus on just the group, you can hide everything else in the scene. Just use the Hide Everything Else button in the context menu. The icon looks like a closed eye. There's also a Scope Out button in the top right corner.
It's like an open eye, honestly.
This is how you exit groups. Try scoping out now. Select the button with X or use the shortcut, L1 and circle. That's it. Now scope back in again so we can fix the bridge. Just
once you ask
if
Dreams is worth anyway,
and press X.
Are you scared that it won't be as powerful as you're imagining?
What Connie needs to reach the next platform is a staircase. So use the move and clone tools to create a new one.
Honestly, the only thing I need to prove that it's not is Sonic Adventure Dreams Edition and Sonic Adventure. They are like the most powerful, the most impressive Dreams products on the platform.
There it is.
Once you've built the staircase, test it out in play mode to make sure Connie can make it across.
Feeling confident about this bridge?
When you're happy with it, switch
Barely.
back to edit
I think
mode,
it might need the
rewind
staircase
time,
method.
and
It's a
move
little
on
too
to the
steep for
final
Connie.
step of this tutorial.
Hey, don't worry. I think I know. So. Okay. Mode menu.
You have been disconnected for no reason.
Wait, what?
You got a notification saying that you were disconnected from Dreams. I don't know why.
Ugh. This might take.
Or mad delete crap. It's just clone two of the same objects.
Did I just enter paint mode by accident?
No, you're still in move mode.
Explain this then.
You hit undo.
Did I just?
Until it's
What?
You copied the bridge. You copied the bridge by accident. Just delete it. Just delete one of the bridges. You have two bridges in the same area. They're divided, okay? Just delete one of the bridges. Just delete.
There.
There. That. Someone delete it. Fine.
Fine. There we go.
Alright, now let's try to make a bloody staircase. My dog is angry at someone.
Alright.
Oh my god, I can see your head visibly shaking.
Yeah, it's because I'm
Hey.
jitter clicking.
I know. Alright, let's
it's-
make a staircase.
So it's
Or are you gonna try to...
yeah, basically staircase.
I can fly. Yeah. I'm gonna fly up the staircase.
Yeah, that's what we're looking for. What you looking for? We get what you're looking for.
They wanna play with magic. That one Rihanna song.
Is your staircase working? Fantastic.
A perfect scar, a perfect scar.
Now
Okay,
Connie
what's
just
next?
needs a bit more help to save poor old Cuthbert from his predicament.
Do we need to make another staircase?
Luckily, you can clone your staircase group to reach the final platform.
Yep.
Use the clone shortcut L1 and R2 to copy the staircase group to the last platform. Don't forget to let go of L1 once the clone has been created. That's how useful groups are. If you select the group, you'll see a button in the context menu that saves the group as a new element.
Yay!
Saving a group as a new element means you can use it in other scenes or share it in the Dreamiverse. You can't do that in tutorials, but you can everywhere else.
I think it's actually.
Now
I
that you've
think the video
mastered
is covering up
selecting
that
and
option,
grouping,
honestly.
I'll leave you with a thought
Like,
to
there's
ponder.
a button obscured by
You
the.
can also make
camera.
a group
Not above
inside
camera,
the
the-
group.
Call
the
that.
video window.
With that, I'll let you experiment. Once you're happy that you've
Right,
mastered
and now
selecting,
if we live-
grouping, and scoping,
Boom.
you have just one thing left to do. Go into play mode and take Connie and Cuthbert to the exit.
Alright. How prepared are. Alright, how are you feeling about logic in this game?
I mean, I know my friggin' CB2, so like 1000%.
Okay. If you know how to do record, you know how to do this. So I believe you can now scroll down until you find the logic tutorials. Let me see.
Psych! There it is.
Wiring and logic. Wiring and logic. Okay,
In
this
this
is
tutorial,
how
you're
it's
going to
done.
learn all about the exciting world of logic.
4.
No, it's fish.
Pay no attention to
Oh, come on,
Cuthbert.
make Cuthbert
It's
cry.
not as complicated as it sounds. I promise.
Yeah, I really
Let's
didn't bother
check
me.
out the scene.
Yes!
See the buttons on the platforms in front of our good friend
Rotate.
Connie.
There it
They
is.
activate the bridges that will take her to the next platform. At least that's what they're supposed to do. To get them working, you'll need to connect them to the gadgets that control them. You can't see gadgets when you're in play mode, but they let you do all sorts of useful things in edit mode. You can tell gadgets apart by their color and icons. Green gadgets are sensors and inputs. This one is what we call a trigger zone. It's one of the more versatile gadgets. It can trigger other gadgets when it detects something in the scene. Like in this case, Connie standing on the button. Hi, Connie. If you select the gadget with X, you'll be able to see its detection zone. That's it, right there above the button. Press the circle button to deselect the trigger zone, and
So
let's
in
look
Rec
at the
Room,
next
to
gadget.
get something to detect something, do you have to write in the exact coordinates or something?
Pink gadgets
Or is it
are
also like
movers
a
and
trigger volume
outputs,
like this?
meaning they make things happen in the scene. This particular gadget is a rotator, and it's connected to the first bridge. Click R3 to start time, and let's see what it does. Well, not a lot right now by the looks of it.
Get you beated.
That's because the rotator is switched off. You can tell because the gadget is dim at the moment. But if we connect these two gadgets together, we can turn the rotator on using the trigger zone. In the next step, I'll show you how.
Yeah. These are connected via wires.
I think that's basic.
Before we start connecting things, make sure you can see both gadgets. You'll notice they have ports sticking out of their sides. Ports on the left are inputs, and the ones on the right are outputs. Hover over the output port on the trigger zone
Kind of
now.
like circuits, right?
You'll see the word detected appear.
And let me guess,
That
it goes
means
to
that when
power.
the trigger zone detects something, this output will send a signal. Before it can send that signal to the rotator, though, we'll need to connect them with a wire. So hover over the detected output and press R2 or X.
Why
You'll
is my
notice your
screen
imp is now
drifting?
tethered to the port by a wire.
Okay, so our screen isn't drifting.
Power ports have appeared on the gadgets too. It's these ports that switch gadgets on or off. Okay, drag the wire over to the rotator gadget. Now hover over the power port at the bottom, then press R2 or X. Once the gadgets are connected,
Honestly, I use
the wire
R2 for
will
moving
disappear
and extra
automatically.
wires.
That way, your scene won't get cluttered. After all, you don't want wires all over the place. You can see the wire again by hovering over either gadget.
Yeah, look at
Okay,
Rec Room, the
Time to
wires
test
are
that
always
connection
visible,
out.
right?
So let's switch over to play
Unless you're
mode
like not
in
holding
the
the major
options
pin.
menu.
And...
That's more like it.
Yay!
Now the trigger
You're
zone
allowed to
detects
do this
Connie
now.
when she stands on the button and activates the rotator on the bridge. As soon as she steps off, the rotator stops working. You can use the button to get the bridge lined up with the platform. Once Connie can make it to the second platform, you can head back to edit mode and move on to the next step.
So, lack of logic.
Now that we've
seems.
connected the rotator, let's take a look at the second platform.
See the yellow gadget on its side?
It's a microchip.
This gadget isn't a
You're a
sensor
microchip.
or an output. It's called a microchip. Microchips
Actually, no.
are used to organize logic in scenes. You can think of them as boxes of gadgets and wires. Let's have a look inside. Hover over this one with your imp. Hold L1 and press X.
We have all the canvas up here.
It's just like scoping into a group of objects. This window is the microchip's canvas. And if these gadgets look familiar, it's because they're two rotators.
Why is my
Each one
screen
controls
still
half
drifting?
of this jointed drawbridge.
I don't know.
Try to connect the output from the
It's pretty
trigger
hard to tell
zone
from
to
here
the
because
power
I'm
ports
not
on the
watching some
rotators.
VR right now. But if it was, ooh, good place for
You
us.
can
I didn't
create
notice.
multiple wires from the same output. Or you can clone wires in the scene by holding L1, then grabbing them with R2.
Wait, I just realized I had
Clone the wire near the
still.
rotator to
I
create
could've
a
just
new wire
stuck
from the
it to
trigger zone.
quick start stuff.
Once you've connected the trigger zone to the second rotator, switch over to play mode and make sure it's all working. Okay, jumping on the button now will activate the trigger zone and raise the drawbridge so that you can cross over the... Oh, wait a minute. The bridge has dropped down before Connie could cross. That's because the signal to the rotator stopped sending as soon as Connie stepped off the trigger zone.
Isn't there like a power
Switch back
thing
to
here?
edit mode and rewind time
there
with
is.
L3.
Or am I just... I am
In the
just
next
dumb.
step, I'll show you how to make signals stay on.
Yeah. Of course, as you
If
demonstrated,
we want the bridge to stay up,
you know,
we'll need to add
it's
a
not
gadget
permanent.
between the trigger zone and the rotator to keep it activated. We can do this with a counter. So let's go into the
I love
assembly
counters.
menu. Press square to open it if it's closed. Select the gadgets menu with X. You'll find the counter in the logic and processing section. The gadgets in this menu take an input signal and change it in some way before sending it on. Go ahead and select the counter. Its icon is a tally counter. Now you can see the gadget on your imp. Hover over the microchip and it will snap to the canvas. Press R2 or X to stamp the counter onto the microchip, then press circle to unequip it. The counter gadget counts up or down whenever it receives a signal through its inputs.
Yeah,
By
it's your
default,
imp drifting.
it starts its count at 0 and has a target of 1. Once it reaches that target, it sends a constant signal through its counter-full output port. Before we connect it though, let's tidy up the wires connecting the trigger zone to the rotators. Just hover over them and press triangle to delete them.
Jeez, my thing
Now
is
press
moving again.
R2 or X over the detected output of the
Yeah.
trigger zone to create a new wire. Connect it to the increase count input port on the counter. That's the port with the plus sign icon. Now when the trigger zone is activated, the counter will go up to 1. And, this is the important part, it will stay at 1 even after the trigger zone deactivates.
That's what
Now
I thought.
hover over the counter-full output port of the counter. This port sends a signal when the counter reaches its target. Create a wire with R2 or X actions.
Okay. And now... Hey!
When you're happy everything's working as it should, return to edit mode and move on to the next step.
So, how are you feeling about logic so far?
Good. Good. I see we have
Good.
another microchip here.
Are you excited?
Just one
to
more
learn
bridge for
logic
Connie
in
to
school?
cross. As you can see, we have another microchip
Bro.
on the
And
platform.
another counter.
So let's open it up.
Yeah, let's see
Hover
what the
over it
guy
with
who
your
savers.
Hold L1 and press X. Okay, looks like we have everything we need here. But Connie's an adventurer, so how about we make this last bridge more challenging? Adding a timer to the logic should get the adrenaline going. Once Connie activates the button, she'll only have a few seconds to cross before the bridge drops back down. Let's head back to the assembly menu. If it isn't already open, press square. Then go into the gadgets section.
I saw
Now
that.
go ahead
Well,
and
I'm probably
stamp
just
the
one
timer
step ahead of
gadget
this
onto
guy
the
every time.
microchip with R2 or X. Then unequip it from your imp with the circle button. Now let's take a closer look at the timer's inputs and outputs. You can see their names by hovering over the ports.
Start timer. Timer
The first
finish.
input is a start timer port.
Yeah,
Once this
that's a
receives a
pulse
signal,
thing.
it will start the clock. The second one is reset timer, which sets the time back to 0. Over on the output side, we have timer finished and timer output. Timer finished sends a signal when the timer reaches the required number. It's set to 5 seconds by default. Timer output is a little more sophisticated. The signal it sends represents the timer's current progress. If, let's
In
say,
terms of
it's only
0% to
halfway to
100%.
its target, the signal it sends will be half strength. So how do we connect this so the bridge only stays up for a few seconds? Well, we need the bridge to be raised while the timer is running. So create a wire on the timer output with R2 or X. Remember how we used the counter on the previous platform? We can use one here too. Just like before, connect the wire to the counter's increase count input. Then connect the
That's
counter
weird.
full
That's not how I
output
do it.
to the rotator's
Okay.
power port. Time to see if it works. Click R3 to test it out. As you can see, since the timer isn't connected to a trigger yet, the clock starts ticking as soon as we play the scene. The bridge goes up, but doesn't drop down when the timer finishes. That can only mean one thing. There's a problem with the logic. If you'd like to figure it out for yourself, feel free to check the gadgets and see what's wrong. Or move on to the next step and we'll go through it together.
Okay, guys.
So let's take a look at why the bridge stayed up after the timer finished instead of going back down. Remember how we used the counter earlier to remember the signal from the trigger zone? Well, now it's remembering the signal from the timer, so we need to make it forget that once the timer finishes. Let's go over to the counter gadget. Hover over the inputs to see their names.
Decrease count. A reset
This one
count.
here is reset count. It'll
Yeah,
put the
thank you,
counter
Captain
back
Obvious.
to 0, which will turn off the rotator. So all we need to do is connect it to the timer, but to which output?
Timer finished.
Aha! There we go. We can use the timer finished output. Hover over it
There we go.
and create a wire with R2 or X. Then stretch the wire over to the counter and connect it to the reset count input. But we also need to reset the timer, otherwise the logic will only work once. So let's get another wire from the timer finished output and connect this one to the reset timer input. You'll recognize it by the rewind symbol on it. All we have left to do is to connect the trigger zone to the start timer port so Connie can activate it. Okay, that was a lot of connections. So before we test it out, let's go over the logic we've made. First,
When
Connie
timer
activates the
starts.
trigger zone, which sends a signal to start
When
the
timer
timer.
starts. Timer output.
Once the clock starts running, the
represents the
timer output
timer,
becomes active.
and then increase count.
This tells
when
the
counter
counter to count
full,
up.
It starts
that
the
then turns on the
rotator.
rotator
But
and raises the
once
bridge. Now this is where
But
the
once the
really
timer-
clever stuff kicks in. After 5 seconds, the timer finishes
when the
its
timer
count, which
finished,
activates the
when
timer
the timer
finished output.
finished, it will reset
This
the
in turn
counter
resets the
and
counter
reset
to 0,
the timer.
cutting the signal to the rotators and lowering the bridge. And let's not forget, it also resets the timer, so the logic could be triggered again if Connie didn't cross the bridge the first time.
Yes, that's simple.
Isn't logic exhilarating?
Not to me.
Take your time digesting all that.
Yes.
I ate this
Logic
for
is
breakfast.
easier to read if you route your wires neatly.
Yeah, you already know how to do CV2,
Grab
so,
wires
you know.
with X to change their paths. You can also move the gadgets around by grabbing them with R2.
Ah, so it's like this. Oh,
Yeah, so if you're an organization freak, which you are not me, then, you know, it's pretty good.
Feel free to test it out in play mode, but don't leave the scene just yet. I have one more thing to show you.
what is it?
So, on the third platform, we've set up a timer that makes the bridge drop after
There we go.
5
Now I get to
seconds.
see how to actually edit
But
stuff.
I think that might be too easy for a seasoned pro like Connie. Let's make it a little bit more challenging. First, if you're in play mode, switch back to edit mode and rewind time with L3. Let's move in closer to the microchip with the timer. You can use the grab cam, R1, to move your view. Now I'll show you how to tweak a gadget's settings. Hover over the timer gadget, hold L1 and press square. This tweak menu contains the settings for the timer.
Ooh.
Hover over the sliders and buttons to see their names.
Timer.
The top
Target
slider
timer.
sets the
Current
target
time.
time for the timer.
Oh.
If we lower this setting, the bridge will stay up for a shorter time. To adjust the value, hover your imp over the slider, then hold X. Use your imp to drag the slider left or right. Set it to around 3 seconds. It doesn't have to be exact. If you're a stickler for precision, you can adjust the slider incrementally using the up and down directional buttons. Just hover your imp over the slider and press up or down to tweak the value. In fact, why don't we make things really interesting for Connie? Let's set it to 2.5 seconds. You can close the tweak menu now by selecting the cross in the top corner with X. Or you could use a shortcut. Just hold L1, then press circle while hovering over the menu to close it quickly. The same shortcut works for closing microchips. Give it a try now. Hold L1, then
you're way
hover
ahead of
your
this
imp
guy,
over
aren't
the
you?
microchip and press circle.
I wonder what this does.
Time to test out
Whoa,
the
whoa,
scene
whoa, what
in
is-
play mode.
Triggers down. They don't more, huh?
If you have any problems crossing that last bridge, you can always tweak the timer again in edit mode. Remember, you just hover over the gadget, hold L1 and press square to open its
Right.
tweak menu. When you're all set, take Connie to the last platform and walk through the door to complete this tutorial.
Hey! Nicely done.
Apprentice. Oh wow, my headset is just glowing. Man, it's pretty
You know
late.
what? Yeah, 8:30.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna stop stream for now. Whoever
Alright.
whoever came to stream, I will see you again tomorrow on
Thank
Saturday.
you all for watching.
Thank you all for watching, everybody. See you in my next stream.
Alright, let's hope we can get some progress done tomorrow. In
Alright.
terms of teaching this goober how to play Dreams.
Yeah. See you guys. BBG out.
Wait. Hey, wait, that's my initials. Bro Video Gaming, Blue Vest Gaming.
Oh,
We're both
okay.
PVG bros. Oh my god, that's another thing you have in common. What
It
the
is
hell?
with great
Goodbye, everybody. BBG out.